Hi there, and welcome to my tutorial on additive and subtractive synthesizers and how to use them in a software sync. Firstly, some context. Subtractive synthesizers gained much of its popularity in the 1960s and 70s, as it was one of the biggest forms of synthesis available to the masses. A basic subtractive synth requires only a handful of components, yet wields a wide range of sounds. One of the most prolific synthesizers was the Mini Moog in 1969, created by Robert Moog. Subtractive synths offer a variety of wave shapes, such as sine, triangle, sawtooth, and square. In subtractive synthesizers, the idea is to create more harmonics than you may want to use, and then filter or use multiple filters to attenuate certain frequencies. Thus, all subtractive synthesizers must have at least one filter. Using Massive as a subtractive synthesizer, you have different sine waves and different waveforms, on these drop-down menus over here. So if you look down the menu, you have square, saw 2, smooth square, sine waves, etc, etc, etc. So for this example, we're going to use one oscillator to start with, and we use a triangle wave. This is what it sounds like. No, it's not. That's what it sounds like. And with Massive, you can change the wavetail position, the intensity, and the amplification just on one oscillator. Sorry about this. So that's the change. That's the amplification. Obviously, that's the intensity. To add to other oscillators, you click on these buttons down here to turn the oscillators on, and you can mix different sine waves. So you can have different sine square, sawtooth waves, all that stuff. That's obviously a much more harsh sound. And then if you include another like a smooth square wave, then you can obviously mix to your own preference which one is which. As for using filters, Massive's filter section is over in this section over here of the screen. Turn the filter on is the same as the oscillators, so just turn the filter on, and you can have a selection of all these filters. So let's start with low pass filter. So you can change the cut-off frequency of this whole thing, and the resonance and everything like that. And add another filter is using this, and you can change that to an acid filter. Change the cut-off of this, the resonance. That's series or parallel. So you can change all these different filters. With Massive as well, you have these sections over here, which is different envelopes and LFOs. So you can click and drag different envelopes into that's what you want it to do. So you can change the envelope of the cut-off frequency. Going to this section, it changes the ADSR, so it's like an attack, decay, sustain, and release. So the level of the attack, the sustain and release, the attack level. And then you also have LFOs over here, so you can put an LFO onto the cutoff frequency as well. Change that, and then change the rate down here. And change different waveforms as well. So that's the basis of subtractive synthesis. So let's turn all those off. Additive synthesis, however, goes back as far as the 1900s with the creation of the tone wheel organ based on instruments such as the Hammond organ. You can find a Hammond organ over here, which is part of Logic. So this is a Hammond organ. So the main component of this is a rotator cabinet over here. So it's got the bit that rotates in the middle, and you can change all these different settings, which is quite a handy feature. And these are called draw slides, and they change the tone of the organ itself. So you can find a required tone. So it's practically just cutting, like making the pipe length shorter. Cool. Back to Massive. Additive synths have oscillators too, but traditionally only offer one wave shape, which is usually a sine wave. So we change this to a pure sine wave, sine harmonic maybe. That's definitely not right. Nope. That's quite a pure sounding sine wave. Each sine wave oscillator is tuned to a specific harmonic. The more oscillators you have means more detailed or harmonically rich sounds. So you can turn on more oscillators, which should be in sine waves as well. If you change the position of one, you can start adding detail to the sounds. So let's have another sine wave over here. And you can add obviously the intensity of it once. You can change the that's compared to the first sound, which was a lot more plain. There's a little bit of detail on that. As opposed to subtractive synthesis, instead of starting with a lot of frequencies and notching them out, you build harmonic structures from scratch. So you have all these different oscillators, you can change the pitch of one. Just that one down. Just kind of like a detuned bell kind of sound. A gong, maybe. Yeah, but you can still use all the different filter settings as well. Make quite a spacey sound. Obviously you can hear the attacks quite slow on that one, so you can change the attack time over here. And change different frequencies and different filters. And then that's basically that's the bare bones of additive and subtractive synthesis and how to use it in a synthesizer. Thank you for watching my tutorial, and I hope that you choose to include music technology into your school's curriculum. Thank you very much, and continue making music. Bye bye.